Sometimes you go to a garage sale and you hear the one thing you never want to hear.
You know what you'd want for it?
Let me do a Google search on it and go from there.
Sure.
That's okay though, because we had some absolutely crazy scores, including this Apple hard drive that should be worth about $900. We got a lot of other cool stuff today as well, so let's go ahead and see what all I got. As soon as I walked up to the garage, I noticed an old Fisher 400 receiver in the garage.
What are you asking on your receiver right here? Huh. Oh, it doesn't have the back panel on it, does it? Oh yeah, no.
Let me do a Google search on it and go from there.
So I actually come across these types of receivers every once in a while from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Sometimes people know what they're worth and sometimes they don't. However, I do find the most common thing is that people always think they'll work perfectly. In most cases, they actually don't work well at all and they require some sort of like cleaning or maybe even like a full recap. Now, this receiver in specific had a full wasp nest inside, but regardless, it had a ton of dirt and was not in good condition. Yet he wanted to do a Google search on it, which I was completely okay with, and he came back with this.
Okay, let me look too. So what would you be wanting?
Huh?
What would you be wanting then?
4.5.
Are you open the offers too, or are you right where you are?
The lowest I would go would probably be between 4 and 4.25. Sounds good.
These specific receivers go for about $550 in perfect condition. Now, this was actually missing a few knobs on it and it had a wasp nest and it probably didn't turn on. He actually said,
Go ahead and look at it, plug it in if you want to.
so he actually said plug it in. This is a tube receiver and we do not want to plug that in because it might actually blow our heads off, especially if we haven't like tested it on a Variac before.
I'd offer you $200 on it.
No.
Okay.
No.
Now, if I came back at a later date, would you consider it or no? Because this is about the only thing I'm interested in.
We're gonna be here till Saturday.
Okay, so if I came back on Saturday and it's still
see
here?
if somebody else falls in love with it. If not, then I'll talk to old Kathy out there and see.
So just considering the condition, I did not plug it in, but he wanted a 4.5 for it. So I told him I'd be back the next day. I actually came back the next day and I offered him exactly $100. I was not gonna spend a penny more on it. And he actually gave it to me for $100. We actually brought this home. I posted it on one of these like stereo groups on Facebook and I had it sold within a few hours for $300 as parts. After that, we went to another garage sale and we found a pretty good amount of cool stuff. We actually started out with this 20-inch lion sign. We actually listed this for $100. And then I actually bought both these jerseys for $15 and they actually ended up being completely fake. So I can't really list those. She did not want to be on camera. So instead of showing the sale, here's the stuff I got. This first thing I got was this Brickyard 400. It's actually a cardboard sign. It got just a little bit damaged on the way home. So I threw it away. There was this Lions 20-inch sign like we were talking. We're going to list this for $100. We paid actually $40 for it, I believe. Also, there's this Ouija board. Of course, we had those fake jerseys. We had this TCU yearbook. Followed by this sewing cabinet, which we actually listed for about $200. And then we found this CB radio. We're actually listing the antenna separate from it. And then one of our greatest scores from this was this Apple hard drive, which are actually selling for about $900. Now, the funny thing about this is I actually got this for free that was included with the actual Apple monitor. I only paid $50 for both of these, so not a bad score at all. After that, we went to another sale and we found a few Ultra Boosts. We actually paid $3 for each pair of these shoes, not bad. And then after that, we found this Urban Outfitters jacket.
So I gotta get the camo. How much are they? What do you?
5 for the coats.
5? Gotcha. We're done actually.
Okay.
So let's see, we owe you 10 and then that's 3, right?
3.
Okay, on each of those. So I use 16.
So not bad, especially considering the red jacket will pay for that in itself. Now I'm actually trying to stay away from clothes, but we went to the next sale and we found these cool NASCAR jackets. They actually wanted $75 each on these jackets, which I think I would have been okay at, but I wanted to get them down just a little bit.
I'm interested in these two. If I do both, could you help me out on price or?
Yeah. Hey, Candace, these jackets? What? He's interested in these 2 jackets? He gets both?
Would you be interested in helping me out on price if I got both?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do 125 for both?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
So we actually got both these jackets for $125. After that sale, we actually drove just a little bit more out in the country and found some cool Texaco stuff. I actually already have a ton of Texaco stuff already, so it'd go like in perfectly with what we already have.
Texaco, make an offer. Hey, on your Texaco stuff?
Texaco
Yeah, do you have,
trucks.
I think you have a few. Texaco stuff?
Yeah,
Down there at that end?
it
Yeah.
says make an offer.
Do you have any price in mind whatsoever?
I have no idea. We don't know what it's worth. Actually.
Okay, so the red box ones, which you don't have, can go anywhere from 70 to 140, and those down there will sell anywhere from about $5 to $21.
Do you want it all?
Sure, I'd take it all.
The Texaco stuff.
Texaco
Yeah.
stuff?
Oh,
You
that's
give
fine.
$20 for all of it?
Let me look real quick, and I'll see what I'd give you. Here, I think we have all of these.
Okay, this one for sure.
Yeah. We do 10, or you?
10 for all of it?
Yeah.
They've never been opened, taken out of the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So, 12.
I do it.
That's me. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Now, just so you know, I actually offered what I offered because a lot of this Texaco stuff we have is actually pretty slow sellers. Now, the fast sellers are the actual slick red boxes, and those are actually a lot more expensive as well. We do pretty good off of those, but what you saw in the video, we actually already have a lot of that stuff, and I still wanted it, but it does sell slow. The last sale of the day was, once again, some pretty good scores.
I don't know if I'm interested yet, but how much are you guys asking on your hats? Okay, I don't know if I'm interested yet. I'm looking for a minute. You got 6 hats total. Will you do 20, or are you firm right at 30?
How many?
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep.
Yeah, that works.
Sounds good.
That's a bargain. That had cost me about $650.
Woo!
Huh? Yeah.
How much?
About $650.
Dang.
Yeah.
Holy.
He actually paid over $650 just for this black hat, which I think is absolutely crazy. But we got all these hats for a very good price, and we already sold the black hat for, I believe, about $90. I feel like I could have squeezed just a little bit more out of it, but it was a really quick sell, so I was actually happy. To end off the day, we got just a few more jackets.
How much you want on your?
Please. $15 a piece.
Okay.
So that was all for today. We actually did like insanely good. If you want to keep seeing me go to garage sales, make sure and like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and take care.